are, obviously Codigo itself. But yeah, it's delicious, bro. It's making a name for itself in the market. I see it's being used all over the USA, in Europe. A lot of the big guys are using it in a lot of their videos. Now it's hit Africa, and we're making numbers.
Okay.
We're making numbers. Also, one of the only tequila brands that I know that actually focuses on like authenticity and like those finer details when it comes to making a good quality tequila. Like most tequila brands always say, like, there's no additives. Like, we mean it when we say there's no additives, because Codigo actually means code in Spanish. Yeah, so it refers to like a secret recipe that was handed over from one generation to the next, and
that's cool.
some good stuff. I love my tequila.
So this is completely Blanco aged until they put it in the rosé bottles?
So why we call it a Rosa Blanco is Rosa is obviously referring to the color. Now most tequila distilleries, they use ex-bourbon barrels. It's a no-brainer. You've got the US right above you in terms of geography, so import fees are a lot less. But what we do is we actually purchase French oak barrels that have been seasoned with Cabernet-seasoned. And these barrels come from the Napa Valley in California. So we bring these over, and then we take our unaged distillate and actually just age it for a month.
Okay.
So, 2 months it will be classified as a rep. 1 month you can still kind of classify it as a Blanco. So that's why it's a Rosa Blanco.
Okay.
Because of that red wine stain on the inside of the barrel.
Because of this pinky hue to it.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very easy on the palates. You can pick it up on the nose. You get those beautiful Cab Sav berry notes on the nose.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Wow.
A little bit of that puppy breath musk.
Yeah. Puppy breath. I love that.
Get a bit of fig leaf.
On the nose or the palate?
Bit on the nose. Not a lot, it's very subtle.
I see what you mean.
There is something grassy and herbaceous there. I wouldn't be able to identify it.
Could just be coming from the tequila itself.
It's fucking smooth, dude.
Yes.
It's easy drinking. It's sitting at 35%.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that helps a lot.
A lot more congeners than actual ABV, which is lekker. So I find
I love that chocolatey leather kind of fucking back palate to it as well, dude. Chocolatey maybe, leather might have been a push, but it's something like tobacco-y.
I was gonna say,
works with the chocolate.
What's it? It's who does it? They dip their cigar in tequila. Is it Arnold?
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Or was it The Rock?
Probably.
I think it's The Rock.
Yeah.
He's got an eyelash or something. There we go. I got to say I'm busted.
Yeah. Good luck.
Absolutely no stickiness as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's good. It's very nice.
Well, we'll move on to the Red later. It's just as good.
Smash, dude.
Good.
Did you take today?
No, I'd be more wired if I did.
Okay, you don't seem wired.
I'm not wired.
You're very calm. That's why I thought you would.
I know, bruh. I didn't realize how much was in me. I was like, yeah. It's bad. It's bad. Anyway. Welcome back to the pod. I'm MG.
How's it, guys? I'm Liam.
And we kind of introduce you.
Say
Okay,
hi.
you can say hi. Since this is Eric, but he's very eager to introduce himself. So Eric, I'll give you the honors.
How's it, guys? My name is Eric, and
Full government name, please.
Huh?
Full government name.
Full government name. Okay.
Yes.
My name is Eric Daniel Maartens. just letting you know.
Yeah.
And thanks, guys, for having me on your show.
You're welcome.
No, thank you for coming. I know we've been trying to get you on for a minute.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months in the making, eh? Just for the viewers at home, Eric is another local legend in the hospitality industry. He is currently the Pono brand ambassador and sole responsibility for the tequila branding that's going on, but he does dabble a little bit in other things. Eric has been working on a couple of really cool projects. One of them Sub Exclusive. Sorry, Sub Supernova, not Sub Exclusive. Can we cut that part out, please? Sub Supernova, and that for the people at home that don't know, this is a bartenders competition for the younger generation to try and uplift and involve them in the community and the hospitality scene from a bartending perspective. Eric's just travelled back from Japan with our local winner, Connor. I was going to call him Liesel. Condog, sorry about that.
Can the real Slim Shady fix
we're going to talk to Eric a little bit about his journey in the hospitality scene. He's got a couple of really cool stories from overseas to share with us, and his experiences with the competitions and travels. I think that's going to be the main focus here.
Sick. Yeah, so where do I start? Pretty much like how I got into the industry. Like from a very young age, my family's been part of hospitality. Like my grandparents all started with them. My gran used to run her own bar. My grandfather, he ran his own bar. And it just kind of worked out in a way that they had bars next door to each other.
Okay.
And one would throw, ladies' nights, and the other would throw, the gents. And then at 12, somehow separate the partition wall. And then, everyone could just,
mingle
get together and
That's
mingle and just have a
dude.
fat jaw. It started off from there, then running their own restaurants, and then if you've ever been to East London, they used to be the owners of Orange Grove Hotel. So when you land in East London, you leave the airport, it's the first hotel on your left as you're driving into the city. So me growing up, I remember days when I was 9, 10, 11 years old, running around the kitchen and the bar area and causing cack. So that was the taste of hospitality from a very young age. And then obviously my journey really started when I moved down to Cape Town. For those who don't know where I'm from Maartens in KwaZulu-Natal, so Durban side, and I was actually working in Richards Bay as a qualified fireman, and kind of got...
Okay, wait. How did you become a fireman?
So my dad's actually a qualified fireman. He works for Transnet. Obviously, as we do, we never really have a plan after high school. Oh yeah, cool. I'm done on the trick. Let's fucking party. That's the thing. So basically, he was like, you got to have some kind of plan. So studied through Mhlatuzi, did my Fire 1 and Fire 2, hazmat awareness, hazmat operations. I'm a qualified basic ambulance assistant. And then I just kind of got over the whole 4 days on, 4 days off kind of vibe. I wanted to venture and explore life. So a friend of mine was managing Village Idiot in Cape Town, and he was like, if you move down in a week, I need hands because we're going into season and we're fucking crazy busy. If you move down in a week, I'll give you a job. I was like, yes. So my first job was pretty much it was a Tuesday, stood behind the bar, never made a drink in my life before. And I just had to so Tuesday, Wednesday was my first 2 training shifts, and then my first actual shift was first Thursday. And
talk
that's
about
deep end, bro.
Nah, that ain't deep end. That's getting thrown into an ocean.
I had people throwing money at me. I had chicks screaming and shouting at me. I had guys trying to grab me for attention, and all I could remember was standing at the the beer taps and kind of crying, but also kind of smiling at the same time, thinking this is fucking amazing. This is incredible. And ever since that, I was hooked into the industry. Opened up places like Villains Ale House back in the day with the Fern. That's when Village Idiot,
Yeah,
Aces and
Super
Spades.
Spades.
They had District Harringtons and Surfer
Sure.
that opened up as well. And then, kind of worked my way through that. Went overseas a bit in the States and worked for about a year in the States as a bartender. And that's when I really started like developing my skills as, a cocktail bartender. Came back with a lot of knowledge and, I remember coming back and I wasn't really, because I had the dollars in the pocket.
Yeah.
So I was like keen to party, but at the same time, if I live this way, I'm going to run out of money very quickly. So like, I think Cafe Caprice offered me a job at one stage. I was supposed to go for a training shift and then I'm going to a trance party instead. Carried on working back at Harrington's and then opened up a place called Zaza Restaurant. And that was like, I think, just before lockdown. And then, some illegal things there. And then, just like grew my database in terms of connections around town. And, like this industry's small, so like...
Zaza was popular back in the day, dude. I can imagine you met a lot of people.
Yeah,
from
it was a jaw.
Yeah.
Like, So one thing that I love the most is having a good time and good music. And... It was just a combination of the both, like good music, good drinks, good vibes, and we kept the party going. I won't lie. It was
I used to hear stories about Zaza.
Yeah. And then I kind of like realized that you get to an age where your back starts to hurt. Can't keep up with this 3-day, 4-day pushes. So started consulting and eventually the Hudson's group got hold of me and they wanted a menu to kind of like keep people staying at Hudson's longer than 9 o'clock in the evening. And then I created the Linga Longa menu, basically based on classics, because what I realized, especially in the industry, is that like you have all these restaurants having all these beautiful signature drinks, overly sweet. I get we have a sweet market in SA, but the bartenders who come and work there, they lose that whole aspect of knowing the fundamentals.
And the balance.
Exactly. So I created a menu based on classics to reteach bartenders how to make
a balanced drink,
and a classic drink. Exactly. And then from there, every seasonal menu from the Linga Longa, they learned how to actually start creating certain flavor profiles and actually tweaking classics to create their own signature. So it was almost like a training,
a kind of here's the tool, here's a tool.
Yeah.
Use it, but also understand the tool that you're using so you can develop yourself.
100%.
So that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, so it was like 7 venues around SA that was pushing this menu. And like every week they would have competitions against each store to see who could sell the most.
Hectic.
And like they did very, very, very well. They did so well that obviously when they bought their new venue in Kloof Street, obviously the original one was based where...
Sea Point, Greenpoint.
No. The first one was in Kloof Street.
Mm-hmm.
It is now...
Zuni, yeah.
Okay.
It was honestly... I feel like that was a bad location for them because it was hidden.
Yeah.
It
was tiny.
It was tiny.
I was just want to say that that's not a very big place.
It was tiny. Yeah, and so that was their first ever shop in 2009.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when was it? I think it was 2021, 2022, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Sorry, guys. So basically, they brought over. It was a old hairdresser salon.
Oh, I remember it. Yeah.
Black Widow. No, it wasn't Black Widow.
No. It doesn't. It's irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Yeah. sorry to the dead hairdressing business.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
They bought over that spot. Downstairs was their new Hudson's, and then upstairs they wanted a cocktail bar. And then this is when they brought me in to design Rita's Cocktail Club. And I think they gave me the first 3 months. I worked on a rum-based menu, and then they realized actually a lot of people's interest right now is tequila.
Tequila.
Yeah, so, like I think 2 or 3 weeks to now recreate everything into a tequila menu, and I was like, okay, fuck, let's do this, and it did well. Like the first year did really well. We opened up the second shop in Josie in Fourways.
Sick.
Yeah, I was there about 2 weeks ago. Just as busy.
Still banging.
Yeah.
Because I hear some really good things about Rita's these days. I know some of them come from you. And there's other people that talk very highly of the place. Yeah.
Oh, well, when I put my like heart and soul into something, you know, there's always definitely a bit of fragments left of me.
But I think that's a good sign of you did something and you did it right.
Yeah.
Is if they still use certain principles or certain ideas or concepts that you left behind, shows that you left value.
Yeah.
You didn't just take, you actually added value.
Legacy seed planting. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a difference between hospitality and service. You know, like I was reading an article the other day on social media, and like, what is hospitality and what is service? You know, anyone can be a server, take an order and put it into a machine and deliver that order to the table. When it comes to hospitality, and this is where a lot of people misread the situation, is you're not there to party along and have as much fun as your customer,
yeah.
but you're there to elevate their experience, you know, and that's through your personality and your character.
Positive interactions, entertainment factor,
100%.
any sort of laughing or questions or interaction that bring more out of them to the venue in that space.
Exactly. Yeah. And then also at the end of the day is you then also have fun, like, you know, like, what is life without fun? Like, the last thing you want is someone coming up to the table and be like, can I take an order?
Don't be a wet blanket.
Yeah, don't be a wet blanket. But yeah, and then I did well because obviously Rita's was the Avion flagship in South Africa, and that obviously put, you know, big lights in Perno's eyes around me. And then when I left Rita's, because I started consulting again, just getting that, back problem. Yeah, they approached me with the portfolio ambassador position for Western Cape, and I was like, fuck yeah, it's right up my alley. So, you know, like, I love educating people, I love talking about spirits, I love making drinks. I just love being part of this industry. So
and involved in the community.
Yeah,
100%, yes.
100%. Yeah, now with Perno almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in October. They've sent me on some lovely trips. I went to Ireland last year. Did their ambassador course where I spent a week in Cork, a week in Dublin.
Sick.
A lot of fun. Highly recommend the trip. It's incredible. And then recently just came back from Japan with old Connor, and then we took a customer, Marshall.
Oh, Marsh,
what a legend.
Marshmallow.
What a legend. And yeah, some crazy stories. I won't lie.
Anything that you could share with the guys at home, or rather keep it behind closed?
Yeah.
If you see Eric out in the streets, ask him about his trip to Japan.
Yeah,
You said you're certified firefighter. Like, does any thing from like your firefighting days kind of like help you?
Not as much. I guess like if something were to go down, you know, I would know exactly how to do like forcible entry or forcible exits out of a building, or know how to use my handle my hose and like.
No, but I'm not reading the actual physical practicality, but like.
I'm just trying to ask: is there any sort of practical mechanisms that you used in firefighting, real fires that you use as non-specific customer fires, or some sort of customer
or approaches
fires?
of like know for a certain fire there's maybe a procedure like, oh, you should attack it from there, but if the situation changes you need to kind of alternative.
Engage another way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, in a sense of like, I know what you're saying. Yeah, like I've got my own procedures in terms of how to deal with customers, and like I'm very good at reading people because like obviously working in hospitality, like I worked from being a bartender to running booths to being assistant general managers to being a general manager. You learn over the years how to read a situation before actually getting involved. So sizing up. So in firefighting, you size up something first. So you first identify what it is, how heavy the load is. For example, maybe picking something up. You're not going to try and pick up something that you can't
Pick up.
exactly. You've got back problems. You strain yourself. So in a way, like you size up what the situation is first and how you should approach it before just jumping head first into that situation. So like, yeah, you can compare in a way. Yeah.
Not really compare. I was like, I studied economics.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like how I cook and work in the kitchen is it has to make some form of sense.
Economic sense.
Yeah.
So when someone's like, why don't I use this? I'm like, no, but I can achieve what I want to achieve by using a lesser product, which costs me less. But then it's because I know labor's fixed.
Yeah.
That my time and the effort I put in is literally a fixed thing. So me controlling the input of using, instead of using fillet, I'm using like
Yes.
to make something, because I know, okay, cool, I just need to apply more steps, give it more time,
And you can get the
Same-
same result
yeah.
out of it, yeah.
For
a cheaper means. So
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of like you said, yeah, just like firefighting, you size up. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, it's a massive fucking fire.
Yeah.
We need to approach it from like 4 or 5 different angles to kind of subdue it before someone actually
Do we let it
reaches.
burn or do we just
Yeah.
We need more hands, gents. We need more fucking hands.
So-
bring the marshmallows?
So I'm like, for other chefs, like they're like, okay, yeah, that is an approach I eventually did come to, but it's like, obviously there's certain things where you might be like, I'm approaching it like this, and someone's like, well, that's a weird way to kind of approach it, knowing that this is kind of the norm that they've seen other people approach it.
Yeah.
But it's because maybe it's like, well, this feels a lot like something you would kind of see in a fighting situation.
True.
So
And there are like certain like, so obviously going to a building fire, for example, there are certain signs that a building will display
Or collapse.
exactly
Yeah.
for a building to collapse, or let's say something called a backdraft, which is probably a firefighter's worst nightmare, and that's just build up of gases, and then as soon as you introduce oxygen to the building, the whole building explodes. So obviously you don't want to be in the building
When that happens, yeah.
and there's certain signs like yellow tinging on the windows, cracked glass, almost like a puffing effect at the bottom of the doorway. So yeah, there's ways of reading a situation. So
you
yeah,
kind
kinda,
of
yeah.
use that principle like, okay,
It-
how far is it gonna
Yeah.
actually escalate? So you
Is it gonna explode in
in
my
my
face?
I'm getting a little sense of it taught you some hyper-vigilant observation techniques that you kind of utilized in your customer engagement and
Yeah,
hospitality skills. Yes.
Didn't even
That's-
realize it, did
Well, that's what I'm picking up. I don't know if it could be. I could be wrong.
No, I think that's a great observation.
because like I won't like we've been doing this. We've had a few people, and I'm always so amazed. You've probably like had more conversations with some of our guests than I have, and it's learning more that like, oh, this person first did this before entering hospitality,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay, this is how you've progressed, and you've progressed pretty far, versus someone who's like, I just done hospitality my whole entire
And
life.
hyper-focused
Just
on
done
that
it.
one fucking
And you,
segment.
yeah, and you understand like, wow, someone who's like, okay, you've probably spent compared to someone who's like, been in bartending since I was like 18 all the way till like I'm 35, but it's like certain accolades might have come to you sooner or in a shorter period than someone who's been doing it for like a longer period, a longer period. And I've kind of noticed that people who kind of like, cool, I started off here, but this is where my life is, they are just like, they just do shit so differently and so weirdly, but it's like, I feel like hospitality evolves more by people moving from different, like, engineer, firefighter, economics, like...
It's kind of like a catalyst to your skill set. So you build these kind of skill sets in your first job. You not even hyper-focus on them in the hospitality sector, but somehow they get fucking amplified and catalyzed. And then you end up where you're at, and you look back and you're like, how... Yeah, okay, cool, I'm in this thing, bro, you know?
Because I don't know if I don't know certified firefighter. Now I do.
I do, man.
Yeah, but I've known you for such a long time, but I've never like...
Don't phone me though.
I won't.
It's still fun to me to spell things.
But it's like, this is such a...
I'm just imagining phoning you
Like,
in the morning. Eric, I've got a fire in my house. Please can you help me? Bruh, like, I'm not in that game anymore. Do you want to drink about it? Sure, dude.
But like... I genuinely think that's so flippin' cool, man. I honestly, like, I respect all the brothers and sisters who work in hospitality, who, if it's your first act or your second, like, mad respect. That is, it's honestly super
big
dope.
transition.
Pushing on, guys.
Did you find any challenges in your transition from firefighting to?
To be honest, like once that like hospitality bug bites you, you just kind of like hooked and you kind of fixate on that in the beginning.
It's very much like getting tattoos.
And then like I mean, when I started bartending, like back then it was still the generation of like you went to work no matter how tired you were and you grafted with the guys next to you and you make the good cash, but then you go and spend everything.
Half of it goes to the after party.
Exactly. So it was more about having fun and just experiencing life after the party and during the party, and then
building experiences and memories than it was about work.
Yeah, exactly. And then work just became another thing that was part of something you love. So like,
was it super challenging at Village Idiot? Because I had a friend that worked there back home in PE, and he would tell stories, and bro, we're not talking 3, 4 fucking deep. We're talking 9, 10, 12 deep in the bar. And
I won't lie, it was definitely one of the biggest challenges starting off as a bartender. Like I mean, some nights we'll have like about 9 to 11 bartenders behind the bar.
Jeepers, dude.
You're still spinning. Like, what is going on? Like pouring out like stacking glassware and pouring drinks. And, like, you get so quick, and I think that's where I built a lot of my speed techniques. Working in such a high volume bar, but I mean, not cocktails. It's very much.
Brandy Coke, double vodka Red Bull,
yeah.
But still, you take certain aspects of those skills from pouring 2, 3, 4, 5 double brandy Cokes at a time into cocktail making, because now you're making 4, 5 different cocktails at a time. You still, it's way more niche, but you're still using some of those skill sets.
Well, not just that. So think about you're working as a cocktail bartender, mapping your station. So if your station is not mapped according to how you're supposed to have it, your night is fucked.
You're going to be looking around all the time.
You're looking for a bottle of brandy or a bottle of vodka, and you can't find anything because you have 12 people shouting at you right now, and you just look like you're standing there with your hands in your pockets.
You're literally at the point where you're forgetting to breathe at some point.
Eventually a shot glass comes at your head. Okay, I need to move. But
I think that because also isn't it like, because I've watched like some firefighters like prep, and it's like you have to lay out everything before it goes into your truck, and then after your procedure you lay everything out to make sure you have everything that you took out with you, and I was just like, this is a lot.
well, I mean, sorry for that. But like when you on standby waiting for a call, you have nothing more than 2 minutes to get basically suited up. Yeah, and that's pretty much boots, your firefighter, your fireproof trousers, as well as your jacket. On top of that, SCBA, which is a self-containing breathing apparatus. Your mask needs to be checked. You have a helmet, you have a flashlight that you have to put on. There's a lot that you have to.
Very time sensitive, very
so
rush.
2 minutes, and you're out there. You're on the vehicle. You're going. So yeah.
So hence mapping of your bar station.
Mapping,
so
exactly,
you literally like it. You now know like.
Prep is so important, guys. Prep is so important.
It is a systematic approach to what is going to happen in the next 5 minutes. Literally.
I mean, as a chef, like if your prep is not done, I know MG will stab someone.
you are gonna have a bad. That's what one of my chefs once said to me. You are gonna have a bad time if your prep is not done correctly. You are having a bad time. You are not gonna have a great service. You are not gonna have a great day at work. You're gonna suffer, and you're just gonna be like, tomorrow is not gonna be this day. That's legit. All you're thinking about is, I'm going through this pain, but tomorrow I do not want to feel this pain again.
Yeah.
So you're just looking ahead, and you're like, I need to not have this.
The mapping, the systemized approach, all the prep, it basically just boils down to you've got to set yourself up for success.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to put in that effort and that prep towards it, it's never going to happen at all.
And trust me, I've had those days.
I think everyone has.
Hungover, come to work, like, an hour late. You know, get there, you're cucked out by the manager. All of a sudden, I'm grabbing oranges to try and cut garnish, slice the tip of the fucking thumb off, and you're like bleeding. Was crying because you're like, I've got so much work to do. And then your first lot of customers come and you're like, oh god.
Here we go, baby. Fucking put on a smile, carry on.
It's like you put on a smile while everything in the background's burning. Like, no, everything's good. We're good. We're good. House on fire.
Those forced smile days and nights end up being twice as long as the normal ones.
Yeah. 100%. But you just gotta keep on going.
Yeah.
How does it go? Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Oh, but that is bad.
The transition from hospitality to corporate. How did you find that one? Was that a little bit easier than the firefighter hospitality transition?
I think the transition between a firefighter and hospitality was quite easy and fluid. I think from coming out of the industry into corporates, like I know how to use Excel and your Darcy sheets and stuff like that.
IT literate, definitely. Yes.
Exactly. So I see where that can be an issue for people that do come from industry and really haven't dabbled in how to work with systems before. But the one thing I did love was the transition of not being awake at night to obviously having my rest at night and being awake during the day, like
not being a nocturnal human.
Yeah, 100%. And I did it for like a good 10 years of maybe being awake between 12 and 4 in the afternoon when I have to obviously wake up, get ready and and then
prep before the shift.
Yeah, exactly.
To work,
But getting that sleep, I won't lie, that's one of the things that really hits hard. It's long hours behind the bar, you're going home, summertime obviously is probably the worst because the sun's coming up at 5. And you're like, okay, I've just locked up shop, I'm on my way, as you get home to open up your gate, the sun is rising, the birds are going. Oh my god!
How the
now
fuck am I gonna get to sleep now?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But you know, such is life.
So man is like, yeah, I have weekends off now.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I still have my on an event, you know, happening on the weekends. But yeah, corporate is nice because firstly they look after you. They look after your mental well-being as well as your physical well-being. So like, especially in a industry like we have, like there's alcohol around you at all times. Like I said, I was in Josie a couple weeks ago. We did the launch of Split Drinks. It's a campaign that was part of another campaign called Drink More Water, and basically it was just to promote drinking water between your drinks that you have from the bar, just to make sure that you stay hydrated and you drink responsibly. So it's not just all about party, it's all about, you know, being responsible out there as well, because I mean, you don't want to be that guy falling off the chair at 5:30 in the afternoon. You want to make it through the night, so yeah.
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Exactly. Yeah, so in corporate you learn a lot, and they make the transition quite bearable. Yeah.
Okay.
That's dope.
Knowing when to be good and when to be
Any other mentions of side quests here to the people? Do you want to talk about your DJ days? Is that
okay? Yeah, no, 100%. Obviously, working with Perno, they've been keeping me busy. So now and again, I do get a chance to, especially off season. I do play a bit of music. So I've played a couple of venues. Rita's been one of them.
Play a bit of music's a bit of an undersold.
Yeah, I do a bit of melodic techno, some psy techno as well. Play a lot of disco. Big fan of disco. You know, working as a bartender at Harrington's is probably.
You've built up a
yeah, like I want to not be a bartender, I want to be a DJ. That looks like way more fun. Yeah, like the love for music. You know, I have my own little studio at home. I haven't got into producing just yet, but I do spend a good couple hours a week in, you know, just messing around, finding new jams. You know, just trying to express myself through music, like I do with drinks. So.
That's pretty cool.
A secondary creative outlet.
Yeah,
it's very good.
Exactly.
Very
Yeah,
good,
exactly. Booze and music work hand in hand. But yeah, it's like this. I mean, music industry and the bar industry kind of work hand in hand as well. Like
always synonymous, and always will be until the end of time. Yeah.
You know, so and like I've got some really good mates who, you know, produce and they play a lot of gigs like. Tanner, my boy, represent.
Tanner, Jesse, I'm sure there's a long list for you.
Yeah. So, I was when I was in Japan, I had old Funky G. I don't know if you guys know Funky G.
Yeah.
You know Funky G.
I know Funky G.
Yeah, Mr. Malogren. Yeah, he was messaging me. I was like, in Japan. He's like, I'm gonna be there in 3 weeks. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be there in 3 weeks. But yeah, like all bunch of good guys, and you know, it's always such a joy. Like, yeah, I love it.
Sick.
Family, guys, family.
DJ music scene is interesting.
Some might say a little bit more complicated than the hospitality.
I remember back in the day. Yeah.
No. Like some of the guys, like I won't lie, like they'll start the evening at like 6. That'll be their first gig, 6 until 8. Then they have like 20 minutes to move from one venue to the next venue. So start to play like 8:30 until like maybe 10:30. Then they're playing another gig, down the road from like 11 till 1.
Also 20 minutes travel time. You've got like 3 minutes to scope out the crowd, see what's happening in the actual
100%.
like environment and ambiance and what they're going to be looking for. You don't want to play the wrong fucking song because then there's a whole bunch of angry people right in front of you and you're just one man there behind the
Not
desk,
even
right?
that.
Or there's no one on the dance floor.
Exactly.
Not even that. You rock up there and you've got like the previous DJ playing on auto sync and like all the tempos are out and you're like, now I have to reshuffle everything to make sure everything sounds great for you. and it can be stressful at times, I guess. But it's a lot of fun.
Super high pressure situations. That's what Eric specializes.
Yeah.
Fires, DJs, angry customers,
and tequila.
Always chasing after the next fires. That's pretty cool though. I think just it seems like your spirit is more about adventure and like
community.
Yeah, community and challenges.
You are 100% a people's person, Eric. I still remember the first day I met you when you walked in there at work. I was like, yo, this guy's a fucking energy ball.
Have you met my wife?
Well, I mean, that's why you guys do so well together.
Yeah, jeez. I love you, don't worry.
But I think it's that Durban energy.
Yeah, we know how to. We bring the vibes, man.
we do.
All about the vibes, eh? Vibes on vibes.
Anything exciting coming up?
I would say nothing at the moment because obviously going into off season now, it's quite quiet. I might be going through to Garden Route in 2 weeks. There's a whole Maartens Oyster Festival happening with Glenlivet, so I'll be there doing my thing. Might be going through to Stillby to Inverroche Distillery just to do my orientation and stuff like that at the end of the month with the team.
Sick.
So that'll be a nice little team building exercise for us. There is some really cool comps coming up. Can't say too much yet because I'm still going to work on them. But some great opportunities for bartenders. And obviously Sip Supernova, we are increasing broadening our horizon in Africa, so there'll be new countries that are jumping on board
with the program.
So that'll be a lot of fun. And when I say SA represented, like the rest of the world is Team SA. Like we definitely won People's Choice Awards when we were in Japan. So
sick.
Yeah, so
well
hopefully.
Done, Dog.
Well done, Connor. Happy birthday. So I'm glad. I'm happy where advocacy and where industry is going. I'm hoping people do see the value at the end of the day when it comes to working with the industry, because bartenders are our first line of sales. Like if it wasn't for bartenders, unfortunately
you wouldn't have the reputation you have with your brand and the consumer.
Exactly.
There's a direct correlation to the bartender's participation into 100%.
Sales. Everyone's gonna go buy out there willy-nilly white vodkas and
whatever brand they've had experience with previously. It could be from their father, it could be from an old partner, whatever it may be. But once you have that person behind the bar that's there to interact and kind of offer more options and opportunities to them, it kind of broadens their horizon as well as the consumer and allows them the option of more options, if that makes sense.
Correct, 100%. Yeah, I like it.
Teacher Eric.
Spirit educator.
Any advice for the people at home that kind of want to navigate and elevate their career path in hospitality or into hospitality as well?
I would say if you are in hospitality and there is a niche that you prefer doing and you love it, just go out there and get it. Just put in the hard work and just get it. Like, I didn't know that I was going to be in this position 12 years ago, but you just have to listen to your gut, enjoy what you do and follow that trend, and you'll land up where you're supposed to be.
That was pretty good insight. Go for it and trust your intuition.
Exactly. Life's a roller coaster, guys.
It's
got a hold on.
Says the firefighter.
But Do you guys want to try some reposado?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's go for
perfect.
it, bro.
Let's go.
End off in a cheers.
Yeah.
So we all tasted the Rosa Blanco. I've got a bottle of reposado here for us to taste.
I think Glenn's probably going to edit that tasting of the Rosado into the intro, maybe.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, maybe that's what he's thinking, eh?
The first part.
I'm gonna put what of the first one and the second one.
The first one, are you going to kind of edit that into the intro?
Yeah.
That would be, see,
Yeah.
see I told you.
Yeah, I think all of the things that he's doing right now in the first one, I'll put all this in.
I love how this is.
Been wanting to do that.
Good.
Thank
Corey,
you.
you need to get this better raised.
Cheers, guys. Thank you so much.
Cheers. It's very nice.
A lot of vanilla, a lot of oak, bro. Absolutely beautiful.
So, still French oak barrels, but instead of leaving that red wine stain on the inside of the barrel, they actually char it
Okay.
before they start making their rep and their neerhob.
So they treat it like it's the old oak American, but as a...
Yeah, so they
Okay.
they get rid of that
French
red wine
oak.
stain, they char that, and then it promotes more of the caramelization, more vanilla, more caramel notes will come from that barrel. This is 6 to 7 months in French oak.
Okay.
Our Necho sits at 18 months, and then our extra Necho is 5 years.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's...
Decent stuff.
yeah.
They have a 10-year-old and they have a 12-year-old at the distillery. I've been pushing buttons to see if I can get some of that.
But not available to the market.
Unfortunately, not yet. But the 5-year, the extra Necho, the origin is available to the market.
It's going to be very, very low quantities.
Of course.
Yeah, I think that's my assumption.
No,
Because
'cause
10,
if it-
12 years in a barrel, that's going to be a fuck long time.
Well, we
And
have
also think about it. Then it's like 16 years to make that, because how long it takes 6 years for a plant to grow?
6 to 8, yeah.
to eight,
6
so-
to 8
so-
estimate, hopefully.
So with us, because we weren't ever commercialized back then, they are sitting on so much tequila at the distillery
Hectic, okay.
because it was never commercialized. It was never put in a bottle and sold in the market. It was only ever given to people that worked in the tequila industry, market. So if you were given Codigo back then, which was known as Al Tequila Provito, which is private tequila, you were considered as family. So so they're sitting on a shit ton of
Fuck
tequila.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dope.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. Thank you for the education.
And treats.
And the
fucking
treats.
laughs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boy.
just your presence and charisma, Eric. Really
Guys, thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Nah, dude. Honestly, it's been. I'm glad we finally got to do this.
Yeah, me too. It's been like 3 months. I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
3 months about talking about it, and let's do it. Let's have Eric on. Eric's in Japan. Eric's going to Ireland.
No, but thank you guys for having me and allowing me to splash some brands on the show.
The thing is, it's. I guess we are trying to be a platform for the people I think we think are cool, who we
Thanks,
find
guys.
interesting. Zoo said it's like, what are we doing it? And I think it's kind of to build that whole community aspect of kind of know the people.
Engagement and representation.
Yeah.
Yes. So make sure that we can showcase who we think is cool and understands the community to the community, so that they can better understand the community themselves and the people that we are trying to showcase, if that makes sense.
But it's also, I think it adds as like kind of like directory of who do I kind of speak to if I kind of want to know more about this. So now it's like, oh wait, cool. Wait, Eric, you worked at Brno, you did this. Oh wait, you did this, but how did you do this? Because I'm struggling to like.
I'm struggling to navigate this journey myself, and I need assistance.
Or this part of my journey. What kind of advice would you give? Because I feel like we kind of similar path. I think for me that is always great to have that, because I feel like there is
our mentors. You know, we need our mentors out there in that industry, and
it not necessarily have to be a mentor. It's not like guide me through this journey.
Yeah.
It's I need information about this, but it's also what I don't know that I don't know. It's kind of hard to know that I don't know this.
Yes,
I hear where Eric's coming from with the mentorship thing as well, though, because like mentors were very easy to come by back in the, and nowadays everybody's so busy and has their own schedules. Unless you're like chosen, it's really hard to find a mentor that would kind of help you.
Yeah.
So to have that representation and structure available to see who could mentor me in a certain way, maybe
or who I could reach out to.
Maybe it will be able to like inspire people to reach out to them and ask them, can you be my mentor?
Yeah.
Because that didn't happen back in the day. You just kind of started getting along with someone and they would take you under their wing and show you. And nowadays it's so competitive and saturated, and there's so many more opportunities for those mentors that are busy growing themselves as well. They don't have time to take somebody under their wing and look after them like that.
Also, you find that a lot of the, are really good mentors that used to be based in Cape Town or Joburg, or sitting in another country because, money's good overseas, unfortunately, and they got to pay bills and grow themselves. So like, it's tough out there. I won't lie, especially for someone who doesn't understand the industry and is trying to come up, like you said, so I think people in our industry just need to be a lot more kind to each other, and they realize that we are one big family. So
second time we've heard that.
No.
The community is the most important aspect of this industry.
100%.
I've said it since I started. I will say it until I die. The people we meet along this journey mean more to us than where you end up.
That is actually true. Because this is what my dad said this to me, is like, in this world you're born with nothing, in this world you leave with nothing. The only thing you have is, or you get the greatest experience, I guess, is the moment you kind of die, because in that moment where your life flashes before your eyes, it's basically your brain trying to find a way to save itself. So it will run through everything. So when someone says, I saw my whole life, it's every experience, every
accomplishments, mistakes, failures, successes, all of it.
So just before your spark,
all wrapped up in a tortilla. Sorry guys. That was serious, I promise.
I think the lightheartedness makes it not that deep, because it's not that deep. I think it's all about you as yourself. That is how you kind of view, okay, shit, this is my life.
Yeah.
But it's also like afterwards, it's what people say about you. Like how many people are giving flowers to you or leaving flowers at your grave.
Exactly. Yeah.
Of your
who cries when you pass? The ones that care about you the most.
Also,
I'll
the
cry
people.
if you guys down.
It was like with Alex, she's like that whole thing of when I did the story of my dad. I didn't know that aspect, but it's just like that just amplifies of like, holy fuck, you were actually that much of a good person.
Yeah.
But maybe I did not get to see the entirety of who you are as a person. Maybe I got to experience a certain aspect of you.
Yeah.
And only for a certain period. And I think I know this for myself. It was like I make horrible first impressions. It's second and third where you actually get to know like who I am and like where you actually.
I had a great first impression of you. Don't do that.
Even me.
Yeah.
Well, you had a great first impression of me because I also came. I came with a.
Yeah, but you came with respect. We worked on the problem together. We solved it together. You weren't a fucking dick at all.
How can? Because also, how can I come from a lower position of power and be a dick and expect you to help me?
It was a positive. It was a positive first impression. I feel like we're going into semantics now. Do you want to ask this question to Eric because he'll say the same thing to you?
I don't know. But yeah, I think community as a whole and also knowing what people do and what they've done is a great indicator of kind of like you can ask someone and be like, yeah, well, I did this and it kind of worked. So if you stay in this path, you won't die.
Yeah.
I feel like people get lost in the sauce a lot, dude. Eventually, it just gets so diluted that you forget about what you actually had impactful successes on, and it makes it difficult to reminisce about them and revisit them because you're just so stuck up in trying to survive this current period of your life. You always get true sight out of hindsight, no matter what. Like,
that's true.
You never realize what you're doing in the moment until the moment has passed.
Agree with that, definitely. And people are scared of change, and people don't understand that change is what you need to grow, exactly. And if you're not growing, then where are you going?
I think that is very insightful.
Yeah.
It's like, change.
Unfortunately, today is not going to be the same as tomorrow.
It needs to be different.
Exactly, 100%.
Because that's the only way you survive.
Yeah.
And
In the fields. Anyway, on that note, guys, we
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Eric.